it's becoming more and more apparent that Hassan Reddick's going to be gone. They're probably going to trade him, which is really depressing because he doesn't want to be traded. He wants to stay here.
Why are they trading him? Because he wants what he deserves?
I don't know. And the thing is, we haven't heard, and we don't know that there's even a trade, or if the Eagles have even expressed any interest in trading him. It's just the narrative that's going around. I want to know what your thoughts are. Like, do you think that this is even something they're saying that Hassan Reddick might be traded for maybe some draft depth? I think that's a mistake. Trading
Local
Hassan
boy
Reddick.
done good. Wants to come play for his home team, the team he rooted for his whole life. Balls
Mm-hmm.
out for his team, outplays his contract, deserves more.
Does
And you're like, no.
deserve
And
more.
you're
Give
like,
it to him.
no. We're gonna go do some rotation player from the Jets instead of giving you that fucking money.
Agreed.
That's what happened. That's what they did to Reddick. Reddick, you
Agreed.
could have given Reddick $4 million extra. He would have shut the fuck up. But you went and spent what, over 10 on Bryce Huff? Him of a whole career, 19 sacks? They did, again, it's the owners fucking over players. There ain't no reason that they couldn't have just thrown Hassan Reddick a few extra $1 million. Give, just a few more. That's all he wanted. He wanted to be valued for his efforts, actually shining on what was a shitty fucking defense.
Mm-hmm.
He stood out. He was a star. He did what he was out there to do. Why wouldn't he deserve the fucking money? He just said, pay me comparable to my peers. He earned the numbers comparable to a higher level of peers.
Mm-hmm.
Give him the fucking money. But no, you want to trade the man? You want to trade a kid from here? Like, I don't understand it. Like, he wanted to come home and play for his team in the last few years of his career. But you're like, no, we'd rather go sign a cast-off that the Jets didn't fucking want instead of you. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
That's what you're going to get, a fourth or a fifth for him? It's like you're not going to hold out for a really good offer. Not by draft time, because you ain't going to get many offers after draft time. So what are you going to do?
I wouldn't.
You're just going to throw him away for a fourth or a fifth? Yeah, that's a real good use of his fucking talents. You really value him there, trading him for fucking scraps. No. He deserves to be on the field for our team, for the Eagles. That's where he wants to be. The fans want him back. Ain't nobody getting excited over Bryce Huff. And ain't nobody getting too excited over what's already there outside of Reddick. There ain't much to get excited outside of maybe Jalen Carter. So, no, bring him back because we need that position filled by someone who can actually play and is a proven commodity. If you got to pay the man 19 mil a season to do it, just fucking do it. What you don't do is go reach for a fucking cast-off from a bad defense. He wasn't even starting on a bad defense.
Wasn't even a starter.
Man, you want to spend money on that man as opposed to a man who gave you, 11 sacks last season?
Mm-hmm.
It's 31, 32 years old at most? That's a fuck up. That's failure. That's bad management. That's what that is.
100%.
Just mention the stupidity of fucking Howie, thinking he knows every goddamn thing. He's been proven time and time again he doesn't, but they still want to give him fucking credit for every goddamn thing. No, this is a fuck up. This will come back and bite us in the ass when we got to run fucking Nolan Smith's tiny ass the fuck out there so he can get blown up by tight ends. The fuck?
All right.
I'm mad about it. How do you feel about it? You haven't given your opinion. How do you feel about it? I'm angry. I'm ready to off the walls. I'm about to go beat up my kitten.
There is no reason whatsoever that this should even be a topic. There shouldn't even be a conversation. There is no like if I was the Eagles, I'd come out right now, I'd come out and be like, listen, Hassan Reddick's going to be an Eagle for the rest of his career.
That should have been the plan.
And that's just what I'm saying. I'm not, and I feel like that will go a long way for Hassan as well. It's like, we're going to do what we have to do to get him, even if we have to pay him whatever. there's no way that nobody on that team's like the people are going to. It's just the way Eagles are. The Eagles are. They want to win another championship. They're going to do whatever they got to do to win another championship. And guess what? Hassan Reddick is the key on defense to doing that. Because if you don't have Hassan Reddick, expecting Julian Aquara or whoever and Bryce Huff,
you notice I ain't even mentioned that. I'm not even talking about Aquara.
If you expect those two additions to be that, then you're doing everything in your power to do.
If they were going to be that, they would be that already.
Because this, and I'll say this:
hope and possibilities that haven't shown themselves yet in 4 years.
I'll say this: Aquara, Huff, and Graham will give those three. Will give you the same amount of sacks, if not less, than what Reddick gave you. Give Reddick
for a whole 5. That combination,
give 5. Reddick the money. Pay Reddick, because there's no reason why we should even be seeing articles, seeing stories that say Reddick to be traded, Reddick to be leaving Philadelphia. Absolutely not. Nip that in the bud right now. We're not doing that. That's not happening.
Better not be. Should not
Reddick
be
belongs in Philly. There should not be anyone else wearing that number 7 uniform unless Michael Vick comes back and pays Reddick to give him the jersey. Like, there is no reason that anybody else.
Mexico, back from the dead.
Like, send it. Like, as far as that, you can send that. I'm not doing it.
Shout out.
But we can go to somebody else that I feel like should be traded. Next topic, I got James Bradberry.
Oh, I don't even know why he's still there.
Right, trade him. You paid him. He shouldn't have got the money.
Right.
Reddick,
that was another fuck up. Another giant fuck up on how we started.
Yeah. James Bradberry, he regressed. And I feel like that whole situation with Juju Smith-Schuster, it affected him mentally. I feel like that whole thing, who wouldn't? It would like there is no way it wouldn't have affected me. It would have affected Boulevard the same way. It's like if a Super Bowl, like you essentially lost a Super Bowl off a bad call by the refs, a bad holding call, because get out my face. That wasn't a hold. I don't care. They do that shit 20 to 40 times a game on every play, and you want to call a holding on that one play. No, thank you. Get out my face. But that affected Bradberry. He hasn't recovered since then. He hasn't recovered since that play. And yeah, it still affected him, and y'all paid him. Y'all should have told him to meet with a therapist before y'all decided to sign him to an extension. I think Eagles should trade him, see what you can get, probably a 3rd or 4th, and keep it pushing, because
you ain't getting no 3rd or 4th for Bradberry, for Burtberry. Man, I would trade his ass for a 7th in 3 years. 3 years from now, you give me a 2027 7th round pick, you can have Bradberry.
You can get more for it. You can get more.
Somebody's going to. He just needs to go. He's a liability.
Somebody's going to give you a 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, probably some dumbass team out there desperate as fuck.
A lot of teams. Somebody just like a team just let go of their top corner. What was that team called? The Miami Dolphins. Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. If they go on to Miami, that's fine. That's Miami's problem. He just got to go.
And hold on, because I just had the numbers. What was it? Keely Ringo. What did he allow? What was it? He had a good damn. Jesus Christ. Where I'm gonna look. I'm gonna find it.
Okay. Well, I don't know what he's talking about, but
give me a second, y'all. Don't y'all quit on me, all right?
Commercial or something in there. Or have a rant about Dan Snyder and his foot fetish, or Diddy the Diddler. That's right. Take that.
Diddley the Diddler. No diddly.
No, that's all for another episode, though.
All right, so
who suck toes and play with potatoes on camera. The fuck?
All right, here we go. Bradberry allowed 59.4 completion percentage allowed on targets, 114.3 passer rating allowed when targeted.
Damn.
11 receiving touchdowns allowed. Career highs for both of those categories.
So Kelee anybody Ringo, who sees that, ain't no way in hell they offering too much for that, man.
Kelee Ringo didn't get that many snaps. 21 combined tackles, 2 pass deflections, a sack, and an interception.
Mm-hmm.
He allowed only 63 completion percentage.
Woo! Yeah, they're taking my trash. Yeah.
At 86.2 passer rating and only 1 touchdown. Kelee Ringo was fairly productive for a rookie corner.
All right. I mean, I wouldn't have him lining up against number ones, but
no, absolutely not. I still think that he's a rotational back. He's a rotational slot guy. If not, put him in the slot. Let him play that slot. He's a big corner. Like he's 6'3", almost 210. Put him in the slot. Let him guard a bigger receiver.
He might be all right in a few years, or he might just be no better than Bradbury in the long run. Who knows? But I'd rather take a chance with him and what he could be, especially if we don't have to pay him more money to stick around than I would for Bradbury, who we know has shown himself to be a liability across basically the last 18 games, 19 games that they played. Bradbury's been a liability. So
yeah,
he needs to go. Just regardless of who replaces him, we know he can't stay.
So let me ask you this, because we're getting to that point. Like, if you're the GM of the Eagles, would you be open to consider a soft rebuild? Considering you're still competing, but you're putting your younger players in a position to develop, and that's where your focus is. Not so much into developing or bringing in older guys. You're focused more on your younger talent and developing them. Are you willing to consider a soft rebuild?
I feel like last season was kind of a soft rebuild coming out the Super Bowl because we got, there were veterans on the way out as it was. And we lost more veterans, more important. Like we lost Kelsey, we lost Cox. Graham's gone after this season. So, yeah, in essence, this season and last season were kind of soft rebuilds because we were bringing in a lot of young talent at key positions to get reps and learn. So, I mean, that defense is young. Like the core of that defense is young. Like what? All the secondary players, Ringo, like you said, Sidney, what's his name?
Sid Brown.
Sidney Brown, yeah. Him, Carter, Davis. There's a nice young core defensively that they're already starting to develop. So, yeah, I guess defensively, at least, they're in the middle of a soft rebuild. You just bring in vets to fill in gaps as you're supposed to, except that fucking Huff pick. I just don't like it. Like, you had Reddick there, who was there to be a leader of the defense along with Graham for the next season, but they're fucking that up. Bradbury's a liability. He's got to go regardless of his experience. They let Byard go after wasting a couple picks on him. He could have helped with leadership and experience, veteran experience. But, yeah, I guess at least defensively it is rebuilding. It is rebuilding past couple years. This is just like another year in the process. Now that line, the O-line is about due to start reshuffling because a lot of the young talent they brought in, the jury's still out on them. They don't look great.
They need to find a solid replacement for Lane Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson will be going in the next couple years.
Yeah, he gets injured a little too often for me to just sit back and not have a productive backup tackle. They need to find somebody that can come in and fill that spot, preferably someone younger.
Like offensively, the key positions are all fairly young. I mean, Saquon's kind of up there in running back years. But
about 26.
it's a fairly young offense. It's mostly everybody's 27 and under, still in like their fifth or first to fifth year, fifth year at most. Still a fairly young offense. So
Goddard's still
don't
young.
really need to turn over yet there. Well, don't really need to turn over too much on offense yet.
Yeah,
but
soft rebuild.
Yeah,
that's where you're still competing, but you're trying to get younger and better. Yeah. All right.
Always.
So the last topic I want to. Oh wait, no, this isn't the last one. Saquon's comment to Jason Kelce.
I know I had that on there for a reason.
Yes, you did, and I'm excited.
I kind of went looking at the puppy bullshit.
Jesus.
Shut up, lady.
Boulevard trying to get a puppy, y'all.
I deserve a puppy. I don't want a fucking cat. I don't like cats. Cats are fucking demons sent from hell to torture us and stare at us while we're sleeping.
Awesome. Smack.
I'm like a kid in the candy store. I'm happy. I got a fresh start. I can't wait to meet everybody and just go out there and play ball.
Dude, it's going to be so fun to watch. It's going to be so fun to be a part of. It's going to be great.
You don't got to watch it,
Yeah. All right. So that was beautiful because you see the demeanor, the attitude change in Saquon Barkley. I can't wait. He's excited. Can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
He's got that. Like you said, the kid in the candy store. Like, oh, I get to pick any candy. He's excited. And then Jason Kelce says, "I can't wait to watch." And then the demeanor change.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got to watch though. Dead serious. He was dead serious. That wasn't somebody saying like, "Ha ha ha, you can still play with us." No, that wasn't that.
He was serious. He was serious. He was serious.
100% serious. Like he was saying, "You don't have to watch. The door is open.
Mm-hmm.
Come back." Like there was not a joking. I don't think there was a fiber in his being that was joking about that comment. He 100% meant it. Come back.
Yeah, damn right.
There was no joking, and I love it because if you look at either brother, it was felt like, ooh, you ain't got to watch. You don't got to watch. And Kelce's response to that was, "I'm not coming back." But you can feel it in the way he said it, like, "I'm not coming back." Because it's like he's got to convince himself.
There's still doubt there. Yeah.
Yeah. He's saying it because he's got to convince himself that I'm
he's
done.
Yeah,
he's got to convince himself because what the Eagles did is something they've never done. I mean, I'm not going to say something never done before because them bringing in DeAndre Swift last year was very enticing, and then they ran it back, not by bringing in because you brought in a fairly good running back. I'd say a B+ running back with DeAndre Swift. You brought in a running back with DeAndre Swift, and then you ran it back. You let DeAndre Swift go. Oh man, fuck! We're gonna have to run McKinney Gainwell. No, you're not. You're gonna run with A+. I'm gonna give you an A+ running back.
And trying to give Kenny Gainwell 15 carries. Boston Scott 15 carries.
Oh, Boston Scott going. He's going. I'm pretty sure
Gainwell can go too, as far as I'm concerned.
I agree. I agree with it.
They're not helpful enough.
But I think that what just happened with bringing in Saquon Barkley is like you haven't had a running back of this caliber since Shady.
It was like bringing in TL back in the day.
Yeah, it's like, whoa.
To that level.
I'm willing to stick around for this. Like, that is an enticing move to anybody. Like, if you're an offensive lineman and the Eagles, like, let's say the guard, Laken Tomlinson, the Eagles are really trying to find a guard because they're not ready to put Steen in. I'm pretty sure they're going to bring Steen in. But let's say you looking at Tomlinson. Me as a right guard, yes, I'm enticed. I'm interested. Now I'm not going to be that heavy on the contract negotiations because I get the block for a guy like Saquon Barkley. Like, let's think about who Tomlinson's blocked for. I don't have the list, but just think, like, has he blocked for a running back as good as Saquon? A lot of teams don't have that.
Where was he before he was in? Wherever
he was a Jet last year. I'm gonna look him up.
Because he's not really a lineman I'm especially familiar with.
No, let me look at his background. New York Jets, San Francisco 49ers, Detroit Lions. Yeah. So he's never blocked for a running back of that caliber.
Right.
Not in San Francisco, because he played in San Fran before they got Christian McCaffrey.
Right.
I don't know who he blocked for in 2015 to 2016 in Detroit, because I don't know who was there.
Wouldn't that have been Swift?
No, Swift this only been like Swift like his.
Oh wait, no, that was before Swift. Damn.
Yeah, that was freaking Amir Abdullah or somebody. Or what's that guy's name? Amir Abdullah, or I don't know.
Before him, what the hell?
Exactly.
I can't remember, dude. But yeah, I remember he got drafted. Smith? Something Smith? He jumped up, got drafted by Detroit, jumped up, was like, yeah, next Barry, and proceeded to do nothing for his whole career. I believe he got hurt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's enticing because you get to actually block for somebody with talent, and that makes you look good. Because and what people don't understand, you got an offensive lineman that's blocked for a quarterback that's put up 1,000 yards. It looks good on you. That looks good on you as an offensive lineman. And now you get to say, hey, look, I blocked for this guy. So it's enticing to join a team like that because not only it brings like Super Bowl caliber. Because you look at the guys who he's blocked for in his career. Jared Goff. I mean, not Jared Goff. He blocked a little for Matt Stafford, was going San Francisco. There you go. Ooh, I don't know. You didn't block for Purdy. You haven't had an effective quarterback in I don't know how long. And now you're blocking for the Jets. You don't have a quarterback. You haven't had a quarterback. So there you are.
Their quarterbacks, they got Aaron Rodgers. They still believe in whatever's left of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, one game you blocked for Aaron Rodgers. That doesn't say a lot about your career. No. And that's where the whole thing is like, now I get it's enticing because you're bringing so much talent. Like you bring a Saquon under this offensive line. And I know I'm rambling, but we're closing up soon. But it's enticing when you do that. And for a guy like Jason Kelce, it's almost to the point where you're like, now I got to really sit here, go talk to my therapist, talk to my wife, talk to my family. So either they understand the sentiment, like, I don't think I can physically do this anymore, because you run into that situation where, like, I can be Jason Kelce, and I'm like, well, Boulevard, I don't think I can do this anymore. And you maybe say, you get to play with Saquon. You get to play with Saquon. And now you're like, this might be you get your second ring, man. Now it's like,
and that'll bring Kelce back for damn sure. Hopefully, why wouldn't Kelce want to come back and block for a star?
Yes, you go from an A+.
Josh Reynolds to Broncos, by the way. You were talking about it earlier. Josh Reynolds Reynolds signed a 2-year, $14 million deal with the Broncos.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Broncos without a quarterback.
Yeah. I guess that's where they are. Yeah. I don't know who they gonna run out there.
All right. So Boulevard, I understand you had a question that you wanted to close out the episode with.
Oh yeah. I have thoughts sometimes, and I was sitting here after choking up on some marijuana, watching other people talk on different videos and shit. And I thought to myself, these are some stupid questions. Why don't I ask GQ? So, question number 1. You could fight one celebrity. If you win, you're getting all their money.
Damn. I just was posed with this question the other day, and I had an answer. I can't remember. I'm fighting Bezos.
Okay, fair enough.
Give me Bezos. I feel like I'll take Zuckerberg too, but I'll take Bezos. I'll take Elon too. I feel like I could take him.
Melinda
Even with
Gates.
a little-
Melinda Gates.
Give me Bezos, because if I beat his ass, I get Amazon, I get his money, or Elon. I get Tesla, I get whatever that space company is. I get all of everything.
SpaceX, yeah.
I get all of that. Do you know? Like, I know. Listen, listen.
Bayless.
Anybody listening, you think there's some doubts there in your mind? Let me tell you something. If y'all watch, y'all know who I am. I'm a United States military veteran, armed forces, 12 years. I was not
Colin
a
Cowherd,
low-ranking
Mike
military.
Greenberg.
I know how to handle myself.
Myself.
Not only that, I'm a licensed.
I can keep. I got names for days over here.
Listen, listen.
Will Smith, Sylvester Stallone.
Like, if we and I'll go as far as say this: like, give both of us, either one of
Steven
us,
Seagal, Jean-Claude, Johnny Cage.
I'm not fighting Jean-Claude. Fuck that. Oh, thank you. I'm not fighting. I'm not fighting. Because now here's the thing. Now I'm not going
anybody
after
at ESPN that didn't play pro sports.
I'm not fighting Jean-Claude, because here's the reason why I won't fight Jean-Claude. Because he ain't got the net worth that's even worth risking.
Yeah, that's true. He ain't even worth it.
Give me somebody who net worth, like, if I beat you the fuck up, I'm gonna be good. Because if I step in the ring with Bezos and I knock his ass out, I'm gonna feel bad after it, because I know the type of person I am. I'm gonna feel bad, but I'm gonna take his money, because they say money can buy happiness. If you think anything other than that, if you think that money don't buy happiness, I want you to live my life, because I'm gonna tell you this right now. The only things that I'm unhappy about is money. I need some. Give me money, and I'll be fine. Give me money, I'll be fine.
Want money, lots and lots of money.
Listen,
I want that pie in the sky.
So I will beat the shit out of Elon, beat the shit out of Jeff Bezos. I don't give a shit. I would even go as far as to say this. Listen, before we fight, let's say we fucking promo this shit. We do a whole train. We can do tail of the tape. I get a trainer. You get a trainer. We train up for it. I'm going to knock you the fuck out. Take your money.
Jay-Z. That's who my answer would be. Because I would beat the fucking shit out of Jay-Z for his money.
Beat them the fuck up.
I would beat Jay-Z's ass for his money. I would leave him just flat in there with his dumbass hair. Fake dumbass fucking hair. Like, I don't like the dude to begin with. I don't like dude since he got rich. All you ever talk about is, I'm rich. Give me money because you like me. Now I'm richer. Fuck that dude. So yeah, Jay-Z. Give me Jay-Z. Give me Kanye. Give me Dre. Give me Busta. I think I could take all of them. Yeah. Any rapper. Especially any of these new age rappers who don't even know how to throw hands. Any of them. Any of them. Any of them.
That's
Easy,
this was a brilliant question. And
Drake, Future, Metro Boomin. Don't matter. I will fuck you all up. Savage.
Again, I won't fight them because I don't feel like their network is worth it. I'm trying to get the bag.
Their network is more than mine. That's enough for me. They got more than I got right now. I got things I need to do.
Listen, so, if I have, listen, I'm just saying, we get in the bag. I'm going after Bezos and his fucking head clean off his body.
Give me any punter, Pat McAfee on down, line them up.
Pat McAfee definitely got a bag for you. Pat McAfee's that's just not fair because that's a punter. And I know Pat McAfee can't throw hands.
Right.
This man can't throw hands. He uncoordinated as fuck.
All right, let me ask you this way: if you could fight any celebrity, period, who would you fight?
Oh, if I could fight any celebrity, period, any celebrity, period. Let me think, because like me, I don't have that in my nature to not like people. So I'm trying to think of somebody I don't like.
I've held one.
Like I just want to walk up to him and just slap the dog shit out of
one person, and I already told them it's coming. I've already sent that message to this motherfucker that if I see him ever, I'm gonna smack the shit out of him right there on the spot. And
right now, I'm gonna say Timothy Chalamet.
Wow.
I want to smack the shit out of him. He ain't did nothing. I just want to smack the shit out of him. Or Drake Bell. I want to slap the shit out of him too.
Drake Bell been through enough. Leave him alone.
Like it's
He's
just
been
like,
through enough this week.
Who else? Fucking give me Jonah Hill too. I want to slap the dog shit out of him.
Yeah. Jonah Hill does look like he needs to be smacked. But my answer has always been Jaleel White. Ever since I was a little kid, I have wanted to smack fucking fire out of Jaleel White.
He want to slap.
He ruined my fucking childhood. He ruined my childhood. I couldn't come out the door. Hey, Urkel! So yeah, I gotta smack him just on the strength of that. He fucked my childhood up. And I've told him this. I've sent him this message. And if he don't remember, I'll tell him again. Jaleel, I love your work. I'm a fan of you, but I got to cut you. It's personal. And that's that. That's my one celebrity I get to kill. I mean, fight, not kill. You don't deserve to die.
No, I don't want to kill him. I just want to slap. Like
right,
Timothy
I just want to smack the
Chalamet.
shit out of Jaleel White.
Timothy Chalamet, I want to slap him open-handed. Like just
front hand and back hand.
He did nothing. Like, here's the thing, he did nothing to me. I don't have any reason not to like him. It's
like
just
one's way more disrespectful than others. So is it front hand or backhand? Backhand, you just a bitch. You just like bitch. That's a bitch slap.
Open hand. What like the salt? The light skin part of my hand. I just want to smack him. I don't have any. Like he did nothing wrong. It's just for some reason I want to slap him. I don't even like. I just heard his name. Seen him one time. I don't know what he played in.
I don't even know who the hell he is.
I don't know what movies he played in. It's just like I saw his face and I was just like, I want to slap him.
Cillian Murphy has a real punchable face too. The dude from Peaky Blinders. He got a real fucking punchable face.
Here another guy I want to slap the shit out of, and it's probably gonna make sense. I want to slap the shit out of Willem Dafoe.
Right? Everybody wants to smack Willem Dafoe though.
Like I'm gonna slap him. Just
look at that man. Just look at that man. He's been smacked already.
Now I can't think of anybody I want to punch. I want to like slap people. It's just slap the shit out of them.
It's more of a message if you slap them. Way more disrespectful.
But that's just the thing. Me wanting to slap Timothy Chalamet, it's just like I'll slap him, and there'll be a message. I'd slap him. He'd look at me. Why'd you hit me? I don't know, man. I'm sorry. It's just something about you. Just something about you. I just want to slap the shit out you.
Mm-hmm. All right. Here's my other one.
Okay.
Wait, if you have more, go ahead. Switch your shit.
Oh, no, I ain't got nothing else. Nothing else.
WrestleMania season rolling around. You know what's going on with the big story, the only real story they got going on in the company. Which would you rather see? Cody v. Rock, Cody v. Reigns, or Rock v. Reigns?
Honestly, I'd rather see the reason why I say it. I say Rock v. Reigns, and the reason why I say Rock v. Reigns because I feel like that ends the bloodline story.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Cody v. Reigns does nothing to end that story. Like the bloodline's still there. It's still the story's still there. The story's still surviving. So, and that's that's the only way that Roman can get over again. That's the only way Jimmy and Jay can go back to normal, to find success. Right. I feel like that you're going to still be at a standstill because the bloodline is still there. The bloodline doesn't end if Cody finishes the story. It's not like
Right.
he becomes the tribal chief. The story's still there. Roman Reigns is still the bloodline's tribal chief. It doesn't, you don't not become the tribal chief. That's not how the real world works.
You're right.
The way you remove the person who's the head of the family table is by someone else in the family nipping that shit in the bud. Cody Rhodes, you have no, like, you can't become the tribal chief. You're not going to be the tribal chief. I'm not saying that he shouldn't become champion,
Right.
but I feel as though the bloodline, the story of the bloodline culminates with Rock and Reigns. I feel like the reign of Roman Reigns shouldn't end. It shouldn't have ended with Rock and Reigns. I feel like Cody should have got the win. Cody should have got that title back when they had their last match. When Cody and Reigns had that, that's when Cody should have won the title. I feel like at this point, it's above that. Rock and Reigns should have been the thing. Cody should have went after Seth's title and took that belt. And honestly, I feel like Roman Reigns shouldn't have had the title this long. It should have that's stupid. He should have not had the title out anyway. He should have been like running roughshod over the league as the over the company as the tribal chief, the bloodline. Because the bloodline, here's the thing about the bloodline's success has nothing to do with that title. He doesn't need the title.
Right. It doesn't need the title, no.
Yeah, like factions don't need titles to be who they are. Like you're just running roughshod over the league, over the wrestling. But I feel as though what would have been best is The Rock in the bloodline story. Cody Rhodes could have still finished the story, and I don't understand why they put so much emphasis on the Undisputed Universal Championship. I think it was because they just created, which is the stupid thing when they created Seth Rollins' title out of nowhere. They should have found a way to split those titles back up instead of making a new title, because there's no story for Seth Rollins' title. They had to fucking think one out of nowhere. Because there was no story behind it. There's nothing, there's no background behind Seth Rollins' belt. But with it's just why is it that Cody Rhodes has to have Roman's title?
Right.
He don't. He could have finished the story and got Seth Rollins' title. That is finishing the story. It's just they're so hell bent on Cody Rhodes versus
the moment
Roman
they
Reigns.
gave Rollins this bronze medal belt or whatever,
Right?
They made the rest of the belts not matter. They made all of the belts not matter, because if it's that easy to create a belt and give it to somebody, none of these belts mean anything.
None of them matter. None of them matter.
You can just throw a belt in the trash and no one will act like it never happened.
Yeah,
like you did with the 24/7. Like belts come and go in this company. So how much do these belts really matter? The belt doesn't matter for the bloodline, like you said, because the belts don't matter as much, what they've proven. They were a faction that was dominating everyone in their path. They don't necessarily need a belt for that. They can just continue to dominate. No more than Judgment Day, whatever they supposed to represent never needed a belt either.
Yeah, like the tag team titles on the Judgment Day are stupid. They don't need it.
Right.
Like there's nothing. There's no reason to have it. And I feel like Roman Reigns, like he should have lost the title already. Cody should have had his belt already
and
to finish his story. I don't care about his story. His story doesn't matter to me.
What even is this story that he's supposed to win the belt? He said so.
Like, here's my thing. What your story? Like, you don't have a story when you leave the company. Go start your own company. Talk trash on this company. Come back to this company and expect anything from this company. You left this company. You don't have a story. You don't have a story. Your story
was you quit and ran away.
Yeah. You want a story?
Back in like, I have to finish the story for my dad. No.
Yeah, like
you don't deserve that. What did you do to deserve that? Went overseas and had a few good matches. You went and started a rival company that tried to compete with them and failed massively. Like, no,
your story is over already.
A title shot, because your story ended the moment you ran out the door and And yeah, the moment you ran out the door.
Exactly. Roman Reigns didn't push you out. You left. You didn't want to
you
be.
quit.
No, you left. You quit. You want to finish your story? Go. This is how Cody Rhodes finishes his story. This is how he should have. You wanted to create a story? Go back to wearing the Stardust moniker when you came back, when you showed up in front of Seth Rollins. That's how you finish your story. You come back as Stardust and earn the right to not call yourself Stardust. We've seen you change your identity so many times. You come back as Stardust and just wipe the makeup off, and then you be Cody Rhodes again. That's how you start your story, and then you earn your way to the top. You didn't earn your way to nothing. They get like the script is stupid. Whoever is writing these stories don't know what the fuck they're doing, and it's becoming so darn predictable and asinine. It's like you have talent. You have so much talent, and that talent is sitting. Because here the thing is, you introduced Braun Breaker to the SmackDown roster, and where is he? Why is he still wrestling on NXT? Why is he still competing on NXT? He just signed with the SmackDown roster. That means he doesn't work on SmackDown anymore. He doesn't work on NXT anymore. He should be wrestling on SmackDown.
What the hell they're doing. I don't think they know what the hell they're doing, honestly.
The story that this finish the story nonsense is just it's done. I'm over it.
To me, I feel like all this time that we're seeing this whole crap with these three people, Cody, Rock, Reigns, and it's just dragging on. And like you saw Monday, it was just The Rock beating the fucking hell out of Cody. Cody cutting himself off camera, blading himself. Like all of this shit. At some point in these weeks that you're just killing time, y'all could have had this fucking tag match that you're going to have on the first night of WrestleMania instead of being in it doing basically running back the same main event 2 nights in a row.
Mm-hmm.
That's lazy. They could have done this. They could have set this up and carried that part through already. But they're just using time to fucking advertise. That's what they're doing. They're advertising. Like you saw it. When Rock was beating up Cody in the back and he opened the door, what was the first thing you saw? Do you remember?
It was the trailer.
And what did it say? It was a big ass advertisement for vodka. That's what the first thing you see when he opened the door was a big ass advertisement for vodka.
Was that Terramana? I think it was the Rock vodka.
Wheatley Irish vodka.
Oh, have no idea.
It's a thing WWE has a deal with a vodka company. They have a sponsorship with. Okay. Then they go out the door and you see a big ass sign on the trailer, big well lit side of the trailer that's got Cena and Stone Cold on it. They're doing more shit to fucking advertise than they are to fucking push the fucking matches. They could have done the fucking tag match last night, the Monday. They could have done it, frankly, the week before. They announced it weeks ago. They could have done this already, moved past it, and actually had the main event set up in a way that makes sense instead of being something that we can all see coming. It's in April, but we can see it coming in February.
Yeah.
That's fucking corny. That's corny. That's why I can't watch anymore. This shit doesn't play out right.
Right.
Because amateur people are making this story, like fans are making this fucking story. Not like people who know how to tell a story, because they're not telling this story. What is the story they're telling?
I don't know what that is.
Story?
I don't know what the story is. I don't know what his story is.
Exactly. Neither do they.
And here's my thing. The reason why I don't think
they had 6 weeks from the time Rock slapped Cody.
Right. And here's my thing.
Nowhere. It's like that's the main event. We'll be there eventually. Now we got to kill 6 weeks.
Because this is another problem I have with the whole finish the story narrative is like you want to finish the story, right? Are you saying you're gonna retire at the end of the year or retire? Like because you're winning the title, that means that means if you win the belt, that means you still got to go. Like the story's still going. You can't finish the story.
The story isn't over.
You're retiring. So
the story's over when it's over. You finish the story when you're done. The end. You winning the title from Reigns does not mean the end. It means you're the champion now.
Right.
Now
So
we get to see the same matches we've already seen over again, but with you as a champion.
So be that as it. Yeah. WWE has no idea, and they need to come to grips. They need to figure it the hell out.
Yes, they do.
And
it's all about to lose me for good.
And before I end that, it's like what happens when the women's Royal Rumble, you get to main event WrestleMania as for the women's title.
Right.
That's not happening because what's the main event?
It's a tag match.
It's a tag team match. Not even for a tag team title. But that's the main event. That means both women's titles are playing second fiddle to that match. Yep. Second night, you got Reigns versus Cody. That's the main event. So that means Seth Rollins' title is again the Bronze Cup, like the Bronze Cup. And then any other belt is just like both women's title relegated to like mid card, because that's what it is. They're mid cards. Seth Rollins title mid card. It's still mid card.
Right.
I don't understand it. It's just they have no idea what they're doing. And like the U.S. Championship probably won't be defended at WrestleMania if it is Intercontinental Champion.
Also, with Reigns main eventing both nights of WrestleMania, he's now passed Hulk Hogan as having the most WrestleMania main events. The second night will be his 9th main event of WrestleMania. Yeah.
And I was a Reigns fan. I was like, it went back when everybody was like not a fan of the Hound, Roman Reigns, the big dog. Back when he was the big dog, I was always a big fan of Reigns back then. Even though everybody didn't like him because they was jamming it down his throat. I was still big. I was still a fan. But I feel like what's destroying that is like horribly, like the way they're handling the story. It's not just making me not like Reigns. It's making me not like the product itself. Like nothing about the story is getting interesting. I'm watching it on my phone and I'm tapping to fast forward to the end of the match because that's what I want to see.
Right.
I'm like, please, someone interfere with the match. That's what I want to see.
I can't get to an hour. I can't get to the first hour of Raw. Like blah, 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 blah.
It's just fast forward to the next part of the match because I'm just waiting for someone to interfere. But I think we're going long here, so we're going to end it a little bit.
We're past that.
Yeah. So I hope you guys like what we put out for you. Get ready for some more content later to come. And we want to say this: we can't all be starters. So just like every other episode, Boulevard will tell you. Yeah, like I said, we can't all be starters. Boulevard, let them know what they can do.
That's Kyler Murphy. This one's Kyler Murphy. All right.
Yeah,
what can they do? They can message us and let us know if this statement is true, that these 32 players are all better than Cam Newton. And after they do that, they can go hit the bench.